What everyone's telling me right now is that the only reason people watch me is because they want something from me. I don't know what kind of confession you want, or ritual confession, or whatever it is, a ritual betrayer, or. I don't really mind. I totally understand. I mean, we're only 14 seconds into this. You're already feeling bad, right? But anyway, yeah, what I wanted to say is my ex has a luxating knee, and you can fix it with titanium. Bone will heal in a magical way. No, I don't. Oh, sorry, go. Are you going? No, sorry. Anyway, yeah, bone will strengthen the titanium, and it's like, in fact, I'm wondering if when you unearth dinosaur bones, if you can find titanium. It's titanium that does it, maybe a small amount of it or something that causes the bone to go into it. Anyway, if I had the money to fund some of my ideas, like I don't know if you guys can hear me in my head, right? Like, I mean, Solomon said, because of abundance of words, a voice comes in. So I do have a voice, and it's a lot of people's voices. I can't hear my girlfriends. I hear them once in a while, but they just don't have the emotion to speak to me. And I know my mom hears all her sisters. So I think men and women have different emotions, and we feel them in a different way. Like I was just talking about how one of the greatest inventions for robots was the emoticon robot. He could do all kinds of faces and eyebrow moves and everything else. And here's my idea. You could simply request the information off MIRC and get the data for that robot and do your what do they call it? Do your I can't remember what it's called. Satellite. No. I don't know what the heck they call sat. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You just go on MRC and get the information for the robot and program it and get it out there so everybody can speak in emoticons, and straight up charge $1 for it. Like, I know you guys like to do everything for free because you're so good at it, but let a guy have $1, straight up, and let him take it to 1 million, whatever, and then maybe give it out for free after that, I know I'd pay for it, and if you could, I'd pay for it from all my girlfriends if I could find them. But anyway, yeah, I mean, Solomon had 1,000. I'm still working on the word eunuch. I don't think eunuch is it's the late 1400s, right? So there's been a lot of people who've changed this Bible around, because eunuch is not a castrated man. It's something else. I believe it's like what's his name, Solomon. Because you're castrated, but guess what? It was a bunch of women that worked on it. And obviously he bows down to other gods when he has 1,000 women. What do you think happens when? Did he retaliate, or he's the one who says a man who loves his wife loves his own flesh? But if you had 1,000 women, I know what it's like to be in a room with 6 girls, and they grab hold of you and they start dragging you to the other room, talking about putting drag on you. So this is the cross dressers. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that's what happened to Solomon, and somehow he fell to worshiping other gods because of it. Because it's not that hard to make someone worship another god when you're the opposite sex. It's really not that hard. Which is why I would believe in witchcraft. Go worship gods outside your pantheon. And there's Ashkelon and Damon, and I think Melchizedek declared himself a god, as Herschel Hashabaz, Like these are all gods that are mentioned in the Bible. There's one more, Baal, right? Or Baal, and he's the god of wind, or like a Baal, right? Like, and we all know the Elijah story and everything else. I mean, like, I know I have a pure heart, and every god is in the Bible. It's just you got to really get to know the real one before he starts talking about all the other ones, which are probably just angels, you know. And there are godlike ones as well, like a little less than godlike ones. So and you know, they're probably all humans, to tell you the truth, because humans go through the shit, man. Like, you think God doesn't see women? You think God doesn't see women and what they go through? No, he sees everything they go through, and he knows what they go through. And I can guarantee you, it gets turned around in the next life. And so, this might be your only chance to be a woman. Maybe even a man's only chance to be a woman. You know what I mean? Like the gods we become because of what we put ourselves through. But I want to know what's the new heavens and the new earth. I mean, what if we can travel to another planet? We land on there, and I know you got to use the Tesla coil and the Tesla engine, which is 18 discs in a pipe. And I mean, this is the best jet. Right, like jet planes, they do it with 3 discs, I think. But I mean, when you have 18 discs, this shit's gonna take you off the planet. With the Tesla coil, like, I don't even know. Like, there's like some engineering that I just haven't gone into yet, and but yeah, like there's people who know what I'm talking about. And the Tesla coil is the simplest. I don't know what you call it, a battery. It's the simplest battery, like dynamo battery. It's the simplest dynamo battery you can get, and it's still difficult to make. And like I said, I think if you make it out of titanium, anyway, I'm just trying to take us up a notch, you know. Like, I figured this is my sacrifice to God. I was going to live and die for Judas for eternity, and I'm still on that plan. I should have picked a woman, but I don't have to, because I picked the weakest link, and I gained Christ's attention, and I had to go through a lot of emotions to get to where I am now, and experience a lot of things that I didn't want to experience, but whatever. I've experienced a lot of things that I did want to experience too. And you know, I don't, like, if God will destroy me for eternity, how long is eternity? You know what I mean? Like, it could be a day, you know, like, could be a week, could be a month. Could be a, what do you call those things? A Mayan calendar. Anyways, and I can take 144 days off the list. You know what I mean? So that way it only takes 2 more 144,000 days instead of 3. I believe in myself. I believe in God, and I believe in everyone on this planet. And I believe that other people can. Well, don't bother going down for Judas, friggin' anymore, because like, this is where it stops. Like, freaking, trust me, I've done the worst things to myself to get out of the mental paradox that somehow I deserve this life, and maybe I did. And you know what? Like, I don't care, because in the next life I'll be a god, and just keep me in Dungeons and Dragons and say, you know, whatever, just make me a Dungeons and Dragons god. Babylon, or Apollyon. That's why he calls me Apollyon, because I'm Babylon, right? Anyway, okay, talk to you later.